Hello and welcome back to some more Tale Beyond. And we are on week 14. Over at the second camp. And we have, in the previous episode, just managed to spend as little fuel and food rations as we possibly could. We also got a bit lucky. We only had, was it 3 people was afflicted with freezing and 1 person got malnourished. That's it. Now, to start off, let's fix the freezing. Here we go. Then go to the hoosh, which I will actually cause them to gain malnutrition. I'm not going to do more than 2 because I don't need to do more. And I'm going to cause 2 more people to get malnutrition. That will gain 9 more food, bringing it up to 60. So I gain free food for doing it. And there we go. You gain 9 food with the aid of your spice crates. Bring it up to 60. Nice. Feed the furnace. There we go. Bring it up as much as possible. Let's listen. You know, Richard, I much prefer a hearty dinner of wild game to what we had before. Never could stomach those tinned rations. Least of all the peaches. Is that so? I admit, I might be a little biased, huh? Where I'm from, you could get fresh peaches by the bundle. Right off the tree. Bite into one of those and it takes me right back to my childhood. Yes, peaches are native to your home island, as I understand. Appleton didn't quite do the flavor justice when they decided you all should have them. It's all too processed, I say. But concessions have to be made in order to encourage further production. Do you though? Like, really? No, you don't. Are you sure there is an issue with the flavor? Or do you simply prefer to live off the land? You know, it may just be that. I admit there's a certain satisfaction in gathering your meal yourself. It's how we all did it hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years back. Thankfully, those days are long behind us. Anyway, I must attend to the day's requests. When it comes to the food, I do understand both sides when it comes to like making your own food, growing your own food, hunting your own food. And also the appeal of not doing that. Going back like the trading of like commodities and food and was like massive. Like it was absolutely massive. even back in the day. So like you very much had peasants who didn't work as a farmer. Like they did something else. They bought their food or traded goods to get food. Like that. They did it. It was like yes, it wasn't as it is today, but it wasn't really that much different. Like capitalism is not a new thing. To be brutally honest about it. Anyway. Swan wandered into my tent this morning. Come along, Pascal. Don't bother the doctor. Did he get into your stores by any chance? No. He just woke me from my sleeping bag. He was licking my face. A friendly one. No need to be frightened, Doctor. I'm not. Of course. Probably didn't want to be woken up by a dog licking all over your face. I know exactly how that is. It is startling every single time because you're never ready for it because you're asleep. And usually it's when the dog realizes that, oh, they're starting to wake up. Let's help. And they start licking your whole face. Your entire face. There is only way one to get them to stop, and that is to actually sit up and wake up. Grew up with dogs, so it's nothing new for me. Know exactly how it is. Hammond. Morning, Captain. I think I'm going to miss the summer when it leaves us. If I took you for a summer man, Hammond, why is that? I'm not. Winter means colder. Colder means having to waste more fuel on this bloody thing. Not looking forward to that, let me tell ye. Is there anything else that I have? No, I think that's all. Take requests. Nutley. Captain, Kurt's game of rugby was a rousing success. Everyone was eager to get involved. Even yourself, Doctor. You don't seem the sort. I'm not, but Kurt did drag me into a game. I was tackled fairly hard. Still feeling it, to be honest. I'm not alone. I'm not surprised there was much rough housing involved. Still, everyone had a great time, despite a multitude of aches and pains. If you will excuse me, I need to lie down now. Right, Runt, what do you have to say? Captain, I've been thinking. What is it, young man? Well, I'm not a very good sailor. I'm small, I'm not very strong. Well, we're sorry to hear that. But I still want to help. There's plenty of sailors. There's not as many scouts, or scientists, or engineers. Well, those roles require quite specialized skills. I can learn. Dr. Notley loaned me his books, and I've been learning to read. To still help, just a little. Well, earning a doctorate is out of the question in this scenario, but training isn't out of the question. If you're diligent, I suppose you can be taught some of the basics. Enough to lend a hand, at least. That's what I thought. Captain, please. Right. I do know that I do know that sending him to Hammond or Kurt will make him an engineer or a scout. I have no idea what making him Nutley's assistant does. I might want to do that, actually. That or engineering. I'm really thinking here because this is one of these strategic, like, key moments where if I pick something that is not going to be helpful in the long run, it's going to, in like 10 weeks, we are going to feel it. It's not going to feel it next week. It's going to be like 10 weeks down the line. That's when we are going to notice. I don't think we need a scout. A scout is actually not that useful, I think. Engineering could be, because an engineer can be used to remove freezing. And at this point, one engineer can remove freezing from 2 people per engineer. So it would mean that we can remove 4 freezing at this moment. If we make him into an engineer, we can bump that up to 6 people that can have their freezing affliction removed. But making him Nutley's assistant could possibly be more useful because you can put one more person in the med bay, which is going to be the limiting factor. Like, trust me, it's going to be the limiting factor going forward. How many can you heal each and every week to keep them alive? Yeah, I actually think make your way to Nutley. From now on, you're his assistant. Okay. I will, thank you, Captain. Dr. Nutley is already lacking in proper experience, but he knows his theory. Perhaps a spare pair of hands is exactly what the doctor needs. Retaining Runt has given the camp plus 1 maximum doctor's slot. Yes, exactly as I thought. We can now put 1 more person into the med bay when you need to remove, like when they get wounded, scurvy, frostbite, so on. Kurt and Hammond. I'm telling you, you're jumping the gun here. And I'm telling you, you're out of your bloody mind. Gentlemen, what seems to be the issue here? Apologies for bursting in like this, but winter's on its way. We need to hunker down as soon as possible. If we want to survive the cold, we want the camp to be set up for winter in 2 weeks. Good idea, Hammond. You disagree with this, Kurt? 2 weeks seems premature, does it not? You do disagree with this, Kurt? Want protection from the elements? I understand. But I know just how long the winter can last. If we haven't stockpiled enough food, we will starve to death waiting for the winter to clear. So you would suggest a longer hunting period? Much longer. 5 weeks if we can. 5 bloody weeks. Winter will have hit by then. Are ye mad? We have enough to live off. 2 weeks all we need. I'm sorry, have you been on the ice before? You talk like you have. Don't need experience to have bloody common sense. Have common bloody sense, do I? Men, calm down. There's no need to turn this agreement personal. Captain, your thoughts? I both have a point, to be honest. Like, we need to hunker down fairly quickly. But Kurt is also right that we need to hunt. Like, we need to stock up. Like, this was one of the things, like, before was like summer and fall was like a race to get ready for the next winter. Like, it was a race. It was a race to gather enough food and like fuel to be ready for the next winter that was inevitably coming. And pretty much that meant that the only free time you had was during winter. Anyway, I am not sure what to actually pick here. Because the thing is, I really need to hunt. I will have to think this over. You both make good points. I think I'm going to have to say that. Because it's true. They both have good points. Yeah. that was pretty much inevitable. I didn't read that, but it was pretty much inevitable that it was going to happen. I would lose almost regardless. I would lose loyalty. It sucks that I lost loyalty with Hammond, but it's what it is. Mr. Zack. Captain, a suggestion. The ice at this camp seems stable enough that we could conceivably drill a hole through it. No, you can't. What purpose? Ice fishing. I understand the crew are quite adept at the pastime, and it would prove a pathway to gather more food. Three people. Yep, let's put the ones that have malnourished. Not you. There we go. Confirm. Thank you, Captain. I will direct them in their duties. Perhaps we will catch something worth our while. Now, I have no idea what this will bring, but the earlier debate between Mr. Hammond and Mr. Darling was quite worrying. If our navigator and an engineer are at odds, a divide will form amongst the crew. Neither are endearing themselves to the sailors, it seems. Hammond and Kurt should learn to respect my authority. They're both reasonable men. It won't come to that. Cause of concern, no doubt. This crew is like the body. Each organ must be working in tandem if we are to survive. Right. One day, relatively speaking. I never understood how we could grow so used to the cold. And can't even handle a proper summer back home these days. An island summer might be just what I need when this is done. Yeah, like when you're in, like, I think it's minus 20 or minus 25 degrees Celsius for like a month or more, you start developing basically I think it's what is called brown body fat, which is extremely insulating. But the reason why it takes so long to get it, like it takes a month to get, and it needs to be like minus 20, minus 25 degrees for the whole period of that month, for it to start developing and like forming in your body, because it's so insulating that if you would have it all the time, you would overheat. So yeah, it's actually really fascinating and And then some people, like genetics, make some people more hardy, like hardy towards the cold, and like can stand the cold better than others. And the reverse is true as well. So this is as warm as it gets down here. Still cold, isn't it? You think you're cold? Right until you have old bones like mine. I hope I'm not still stuck here when I'm old. True. I would also hope that that's not the case, because... yeah. Now, I have 3 people that are malnourished, but right. I have one that is one of these. Now, these are actually kind of good. They are not the best, but it's better than anything else, really. Oh. Well, that's much better. Much better. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Adelie Penguin is not really that good. Kirby the Seal is okay. Emperor Penguin is marginally better than the Seal. And then the Elephant Seal is the best one out of them. And the Leopard Seal is, I think, a very rare one. Anyway, okay, that was not do that. That is a lot of good hunting done. That's nice. Now, one thing that let's take a look here. Yep. It was 1 to 2. Now it's 1 to 3. So good. So good. It means I can put 3 people in here instead of just 2. Which is like infinitely better than it was before. put you two to making medical comfort because, oh, in the future we might need them. I don't have anyone that is demoralized. That should be fine. And yeah, let's call the crew for dinner. We have the meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Grimly. Same song from last week. More of the crew have since joined in. Templeton approaches, speaking to you in a hushed tone.
Captain has a frozen arse.
Captain, do you hear this?
Hard as rock, no thawing soon.
This has gone on long enough, don't you think?
Way is south. Hardly tells their arse from mouth. They never had a notion for taking our command. Send us to the hells for biscuits. We eat out of their hands. We eat out of their hands. Captain Hunts could take a ship further than his fingertip. Captain Shaw can't move a pace. What a waste of hauling space. They never had a notion for taking our command. Send us to the hells for biscuits. We eat out of their hands. We eat out of their hands.
Anyway. This is gonna be... it unites the crew at least. What do you mean? I agree, what do you mean? What do you mean? This will continue until you put a stop to it. Your leadership is in question. You have to act. Very well, I'll speak to him. I will speak with him. I have elected to leave Grimly be. Please respect that, Templeton. Walk up and smash the accordion. Very well, I'll speak with him. Time for simple talk may be through, Captain. You march up to Grimly. Your eyes with suspicion. What do you want? I'm putting a stop to this. If you play those songs one more time, I will dock your food rations. Smash the accordion. Grimly, tell me honestly, what is your issue with me? You want my captain? All there is to it. Hate to disappoint you, but I'm here. I am your captain. Not yet, but I'm trying. All I needed here. Carry on. Carry on? Captain, are you continuing to allow this? Junior steps in. Alright, I think we called it a night. Grimly gives a nod and steps away as the crowd begins to disperse. I have to give it to you. I thought you'd shut him down. I'll have a talk with Grimly. We'll ease up on the music a little. So long as you keep things steady, we won't let you off the hook for anything. Right. As long as you keep everything steady. Because we won't let you off the hook easily. Right. I noticed old Kurt has been butting heads with the engineer lately. Not surprised Mr. Hammond has butted heads with just about everyone so far. That mole man ought to be careful who he speaks to. It's fortunate Kurt is so patient. Let's be fair, Kurt can be stubborn as the rest at times. Starting to miss the browbeat and beating heat. Falling this summer feels like a joke. Bundle up more, old man. It will only get colder from here. How comforting. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and it's minus 34. Minus 34 degrees Celsius is... It's borderline too cold to be outside. It isn't, but it's dipping down to where, like, you really don't want to go outside if you don't have to. See, the Chiefs got into a bit of a spat with Mr. Darling. Hey, Hammond's brilliant, but he's adamant to make everything harder on himself. Not that Darling is any better. Yep. How are my favorite crew members, Lady Cadell? Tired? They need their rest. I won't disturb them then. You know, you should treat them more often. They receive all the treats they need, I assure you. Stanbury and Pascal were engaged in a fight this morning. More serious matter than the usual scrap. Put a stop to it, but it is concerning. Those two often get along. Perhaps the pressure is finally getting to them. The ice can do this to people. Dogs are no different. Yeah, let's go with that. I would hope not, but you may be right. Stress can affect us all, can it not? I have to be more gentle with that pair in the coming weeks. And yeah, dogs are like pretty much not tolerant of any levels of stress. Like, dogs do not like stress. Humans actually is a creature that can deal with a bit of stress, but dogs really don't like any stress at all. Sure. Do you look at me as an old man? Don't mistake me. I know I'm getting up there in years. And I'm a father, not a grandfather. Har. What's this? Are you feeling insecure? Your cane begs to differ. You're perfectly capable if that's what you're asking. Anyway, yes. I suppose that's more pressing than their grey hairs. It's all right, Robin. I don't mind being seen as the old man. Just so long as I'm not the useless old man. Yeah, there is a difference. Oh, are you ice fishing? Yes. Are you interested? My father would take me fishing quite often. I have some experience. Of course, it's a different story on the ice. Be free to take the reins, Doctor. Oh, thank you. Perhaps a bit later. Sure. If anything happens to me, make sure Junior has my accordion. It's all I've got to give. I will make sure of that, Grimly. Hey. Thanks. He's also one of those where it's like, he's saying that not because he's wanting to or like dreading anything. It's just in case. Just in case. Plus 10, that's actually really good. That's actually quite good. Get. Yeah. Timmy the Runt. Timmy Ward has now the doctor tag, which basically means he's useless, like he can't be put to work like he could before. But yeah. I was looking at my contract, Captain. After you and Templeton, I'm next in command. But don't bloody die. I don't want that responsibility. Well, now I can't die. I don't want to subject the crew to your leadership. Better you than Templeton, I say. Reluctant to take charge? Reluctant would mean I'm torn. You can keep me far away from that title. I want nothing to do with it. Ugh, okay, that was a bad choice. On a ship with Grimly and Hunt. To be honest, that's all I've ever known. Half of my earliest memories are of that. When this is over, not sure what to do. Grimly can carry on. This isn't the end for you. It's the end of something. That's what matters. We aren't going back to the same comforts after this. Those days are over now. Wish I knew ahead of time. Okay. He's still loyal, so that's okay, but it would have been nice to securing some more loyalty. Anyway. I do not believe the younger Stokes' words. I doubt this matter is settled, Captain. Far from it. I believe him. Actually. I think he's far more honest than someone else withholding information that would have been rather useful. No, I'm not bitter at all. Anyway, Kasha, what do you have to say? Before I joined this expedition, I was concerned with how my report would be received. Certain the wreck makes for a more interesting story. But before that, it feels like interest in the great explorers is waning. Perhaps we can renew that interest. That's what I'm hoping for. I grew up on these tales. Don't know where I'd be without them. Others may not care these days. They stick with me. I hope another child latches onto this story. Good evening, Captain. I escaped a talk with Kurt over dinner. Kept asking about my plans for the future. I didn't know what to say. Understandable now, most of all. We should be focusing on the present. Do you not have any plans? Just trying to make conversation, Nutley. You needn't overthink it. Huh. How is his loyalty? Oh, it's max, so it doesn't matter if... Yeah. It's just trying to make conversation. I know, but I didn't want to lie either. If I answer that question, I want my answer to be honest. I hope I can answer properly in the future. That will be the first step of my plan. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a plan. Always have a plan. Like, not only do you need a plan, you need a backup plan. You need a backup to that backup plan, just in case. Of course, depending on what it is, but regardless of what it is that you're wanting to do or planning to do, always have a backup plan. If it's something major and risky or whatever, or it's big, have a backup plan. But yeah, he doesn't have a plan. Anyway, have I done everything now? I think I have gone through everything. And I don't think I missed anything. I have allocated everyone to work as I can, so yeah. And I've talked to everyone, so it's fine. It is fine. Now, I have 3 people that is malnourished, so I'm going to have to do a normal ration. And I'm probably going to have to do a normal ration of fuel as well. Yep. Let's do that. Begin freezing. Wounded. Freezing. No longer malnourished. Progressed into scurvy. Yep. Freezing. Okay. Yikes, we have a lot of stuff to fix. That is where we are going to end. At least this episode. We are at week 15. Now, I don't remember. I think it was week 36 or something like that. I think it was like week 36 or week like somewhere between week 35 and 40 or something like that. That was like how long we needed to survive to have the boat, like the rescue boat, to be able to get to us. Yeah. I think so. I might be wrong. To be honest, I don't remember. However, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you want to. If you're feeling fancy, if you're wanting to do all of those things, it would be super awesome and nice if you did, but the choice is yours. So with that, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.